Hey guys, Videosec here. Now, right before we start, I just wanted to tell you guys that every time I make a video, or just about anyway, sometimes I'm just talking about things, but, when I try to tell people something, I legitimately am just trying to tell them something and help them out. Now, obviously, some of the people that have seen my channel recently aren't obviously looking for help, it seems, but you know, the only thing I could tell you is that, you guys, whoever you are, you can at least listen to what I'm saying, because sometimes when I see some of your guys' comments, not necessarily you personally, but just some people, some of the comments that they're putting down aren't really, I can tell that they aren't really watching the whole videos. And so just be sure to actually see the whole video and try to listen to the words coming out of my mouth, because I've been seeing a lot of ridiculous comments lately and I've been starting to delete them. So, I'm all for free speech, but this is just getting ridiculous. So let's move on from that, though. So, anyway, the thing I wanted to talk about today was finding love. And of course, first off, I will read a comment here, like I do lots of times. And I'll, of course, talk a bit more about some other conversations I've had. This person states, I believe the reason I drift towards the doll is because I have come to realize that life is too short to meet the right woman. There are too many nice women that I have met, but not the right woman. I don't believe that in whatever decades I have left, I will cross paths with her. The doll is not suitable for that soulmate. Or wait, the doll is not a substitute for that soulmate. I kind of read that wrong. The doll is an object, however, it is an alternative to the cruel reality that one lifetime, not enough time. And I just told him, well, a real relationship isn't like it is in the movies. If you don't give people a chance, you will never find someone. Lifetime relationships don't happen that often. The only people I know who have been together for close to that have been my aunt and uncle. Like my Uncle Merv and my aunts. God, I can't come up. It's been a long time since I've seen them. My aunt. God, I know her name. But moving on from... Sometimes I'm just terrible with names, let me tell you. My aunt. God, I can't believe I forget her name right now. Actually, I saw her like last year. I can't believe I forget her fucking name right now. But again, moving on from that. So I was, of course, also once, actually not too long ago, like a few days ago, talking to somebody who was trying to get with, a girl. He was trying to get her to like him. And, he kept on asking me, stuff like, how do I make her love me? Or what do I do? Just kind of questions like that. And I told him that, you can't really make people love you. And I saw in her post or message to you that she is too much of a free bird and that she just likes to do what she wants to do. But then, you're trying to kind of push the whole I love you thing on her, is what I saw in your messages. And, if somebody tells you that they don't want to be in a relationship with you, you either, one, have to be friends with them, or two, you just move on. And he's just like, well, what do I do then? And I just told him, well, you don't really have to do anything, is what you can do. If she doesn't want to be with you, I mean, there's really not really anything that you can do in that regard. You just can't make people love you. He's like, true. But, there's, and I told him, think about it this way. There's 7.6 billion people on this planet. And, you can't really obsess over one person like that, especially with so many people on this planet. If this person doesn't want to be with you, then so be it. Just go find somebody else. I mean, there's just too many fish in the sea to explain it. He's like, yeah, but I want to try and get with this girl. We have so much in common. And I'm just like, you know what? I kind of think I know what this is. I think that because of the fact that you can't have her, that makes you think this way. That makes you, determined to try and change her mind or change her is what you're trying to do because you can't have her. And he's like, yeah, probably. But, for the past couple of days, he's kept on saying stuff to me like, oh, I've been trying new things with her and blah, 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 and I think it'll work out. We're so perfect for each other. And I finally just said, dude, do you know what it's like to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with you? Do you want to be with somebody that's like that? Because let me tell you something. I've seen some abusive relationships with people that don't want to be with each other because of the fact. And I've even met people that have gotten married with the first person that they've met and so on. You've got to be a bit choosier with who you're trying to go out with. He's like, true. But, then he just keeps on going after her. He still talks about, trying to get into a relationship with her and everything. As if the talk we had just the other day wasn't, like he just fucking forgot or something. I don't know. But, love is just a complicated thing. What can I say? It is just a complicated thing. And finding the right person to be with can also sometimes be complicated. Now, it's like I've said before. Now, trying to get sex is one thing. I mean, you can get sex. I'm of course not saying you can just get sex, like I know some people have been trying to say about me. What I'm saying is you can get sex, but getting a long-lasting relationship is another. It could take a long time for you to find the right person to be with. It could take a lifetime. I've seen people who have probably been on 1,000 dates. They've probably never found the person that they want to be with. But, then again, you have these people that, are so worried about their age because of the chances that they could, be in a relationship at the same time, even if it's a relationship that won't necessarily last that long. Well, let me show you guys something. You see this target here? Well, kind of a crappy looking target, but I think you get the point. So, the funny thing about some people is that they get so worked up about numbers. Now, but then at the same time to talk about being with the right person, right? Well, they're like, oh, I'm getting too old and blah, blah. And so what these people are doing in actuality, when they're trying to find a relationship, is that they're doing this. See all those dots I put on there? They're thinking in numbers, and so they're just going out with any person that they can find, is the idea. Because if they aren't going out with all these relationships while they're trying to find the right one, now don't get me wrong, it takes some dating to find the right person, but I think you guys get the point, is that no matter how many times they're doing it, because of the way that they're thinking in numbers and the way they're going about it, they're just never hitting the center. Now, a sharpshooter actually once told me this, and this actually does make a lot of sense, even in a regard like this. Now, the center, no matter how big the target is, always stays the same. The center always stays the same. Now, when I try to look for somebody, I don't know about you guys, I'm at least trying to hit the center. Now, as far as finding the right person, don't try to find the one like somebody would in the movies. Don't try to find the one, which is right in the very center. Don't try to find the one. Try to find the right person. finding the one is a fairy tale. The kind of person that can understand you in every way, that thinks the same way that you do, that even likes the same color as you do and everything. Well, there's one problem. That person doesn't exist. So when it comes to finding love, don't go after people that don't want to be with you, for one. Also, you might want to lower your expectations a bit. And three, go for somebody that will legitimately care about you, or will potentially care about you, actually. And that's something that I see a lot nowadays, is that they try to go after, I would say more of a VIP kind of person nowadays, lots of times, instead of going towards somebody that will legitimately care about them and, be attracted to their personality, etc. Now, there are some guys out there, and I mean, just people in general, really, this also goes the same way with women, where they think that they can get by finding somebody just with their personality. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, it does take some personality, like a good personality, or meeting somebody with the same kind of personality as you, who has the same kind of interest or is looking for the same things. But you also have to support each other, is another. If you aren't either able to or willing to support your mates that you are with or is your soulmates, then you're going to have a lot of issues finding a relationship. And none of your relationships are going to last, ever, no matter what you do, if you are not supportive of each other. That is, I would say, the biggest defining thing. Now, of course, I'll click out of that. But, of course, if you guys want to talk about this more, have any questions, comments, etc., you can just leave them down in the comment section, etc. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.